Hey everybody, this is Courtney with Pieces Love and Quilting. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. I am doing a pattern that I'm hoping you guys would enjoy, and I'm going to allow a few more people to come in. Hi Linda. Hey Cam. How are you guys? Hi Sandra. So I just spent a little bit of time playing around with my scraps to get rid of these like 2.5 inch squares. I had it set in the description box below. If it is not there, please let me know. And tonight I will make sure to fix it to where you guys can see what you all need. And I can tell you right now, the immediate things you need are 2.5 inch squares in white and color. It can be pink, red. Since I'm doing mine for Valentine's Day, I'm doing pink or red. You need sashin, 2.5 inch strips. And then you need like cornerstones. So I did this block a couple days ago. And we're going to do this tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put it back up so you guys can see how it goes. So I like to lay out my design before I sew it all together, because I never know how I'm going to want it. So I always grab a stack of white. I know that I need 6 squares across. Like mine have some white on white, and this is supposed to be a scrap, using up your scraps. Hello Nancy, how are you tonight? As I was saying, the first row is going to be 6 whites going across. Then I'm going to choose any pile, except for this pile is my choice of cornerstones in between them. So let's do this pile. I know for a fact we're going to need 1 down on each side. And about 4 squares of your color and white, we are going to make half square triangles. Half squares something. Hi, Dorlin. I'm going to sew diagonally to where it's a little bit over, not directly on the point to point, so you can still get your 2.5 inch squares, if that makes sense for you guys. And make sure you have your color side right up, not your non-color. So basically I'm just making sure my squares match all 4 corners. I got one more piece to do, and then we'll cut it and trim it. There you go. It doesn't matter which kind. You can do white. You can do bleach muslin. It is how you want it. And I only did white because I already had literally about a handful of white. And I'm just trying to use them up. Since I got 4 of those, I'm going to snip them and press them, and then we're going to lay them out real quick. You do not have to keep the opposite side pieces. If you do not want to do the small sizes, which is fine because I don't keep that small. And you can pick how big of a size quilt you want it in to be. So if you guys do have questions, please ask. You can do all that. It's just, this is because I looked at the calendar and Valentine's Day is the next day coming up. Hi, Diane. Hi, Janet. So, if you look in the small camera, you'll see my 2 little hearts that are heading up there. Hi, Kitty. Anushka, welcome. I hope you enjoy my content that I am putting out. And thank you for subscribing. I am a big fan of foundation paper piecing and also doing scraps. So I've already have these done. Now I'm going to use my block lock and make sure they're 2.5 inch squares. Hi, Mona. Hello, Doris. You're welcome, kitty. I like to try to use what I have on hand. Normally, I don't always use my block lock because I wanted to show you guys you can always do stuff without the having to buy expensive rulers like these. Hi, Sandra. Because you do not have to go crazy. I could just use one of my regular rulers instead of buying one of these. I bought it because I was just curious if I would like them. But I do love them. So the second row, you're going to make looking like flying geese. If that makes sense to some of you. Because they'll look like flying geese when you sew them together. I would have done them if they were in rectangle shape. but I didn't have any in a bigger size. If you guys do have questions, please ask. Thank you, Janet. Because I'm more than welcome to answer them. So, I guess who, Nancy? So, Kitty, I am going to make a throw size. That is just enough to cover, like, sitting in a chair. So, if that makes sense to you. So, the third row, we're going to take 2 regular ones in the middle, 2 end ones, and we're going to make the same thing again. But we're also making sure we're matching the squares are the exact sizes. You're welcome, Kitty. So a diagonal, at least don't go stitching right directly corner to corner, but you're going to stitch at least a little bit over. You do not have to measure for your 1/4 inch. You can cut with your scissors if you would like to do it that way, because it's going to get hidden underneath your quilt. As you quilt it, you will not see it after it's done. And then you're going to do like it looks like another flying geese going the other way. No, ours isn't moving in until Saturday. Kim. Thank you for asking. And then the next row will have 2. Outer edge, you're going to make the flying geese again. And your final row will have 6. Like your normal 6 across. So you're going to take 2 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to need 8 of these to make your half square triangles, or half square. If I'm making sense. I do apologize if I don't. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Carrie. So I hope most of you did see my poll in my community tab. If not, that's understandable, but more than welcome to go take a poll on what you would like to see from me this year. So that's how it's going to look when you're done. So, and now you just piece them together. You can chain piece, or you can chain piece and make it into a webbing piece. So you don't have to cut threads halfway through, and which is what I'm going to do. So it keeps it going. So. Chain piecing is like where you don't stop cutting thread and you leave them all together at once. So like I'm taking the next 2 rows. But you have to make sure you keep your half square triangles correctly as you do it. So like I'm just picking it up and moving it over. Because if you don't, you're going to have a date with Jack to fix it. And like the white part, you do not have to worry about that. You can turnate all that. It's just those half square triangles square. I hope you're able to get it fixed, Mona. So now I have a chain piecing. I hope you're able to go live soon, Shirley. That would be amazing to watch you. And I hope you get it fixed. Yes. But I hope you get that fixed, Mona. I hate to have that happen to you. Right now I am pressing out my fabric so I can hook up the next squares. So like I finger press so that when I go to start the new ones, I can do that. What are you all most going to be working on this weekend? And Shirley, if you can't get it fixed, let me know and I'll come help you. I'm more than welcome to help you. But if anybody wants to start a YouTube channel and needs help, let me know. I'd be more than welcome to help you. So now I'm pressing the next one so I can go on further. And also on this, awesome, Dorlan. Okay, Shirley, more than welcome. Just email me and I'll set up stuff and we can get together on that. So the reason I finger press right now is so I don't have to go constantly back and forth to the item. I do plan on doing the UFO Zoom, and that is going to be next weekend. And I hope I get to see some of you. If not, that's alright. If you have not signed up and want to sign up, in my about section is my email, and I can help you with that. I will send you the link to it for that day. And just a fair warning, a heads warning, I do not send the links until the day of, because I don't want you guys to lose it in the email and then it's not at the top ready for you. Uh-oh, that's not good. So I'm just basically chain piecing right now and making sure those half square triangles are turned the correct way so they still make a heart. So now I have 2 rows left, and then we'll show you what it looks like here in a second as I finger press this. Good night, Mona. You did, Dorlan. I have your email there. So if you've already been to one, I typically or I always will send the same email, send it all to the same email personally so that you guys don't have to constantly send it. So, but I did get some of you's email so that I can actually put you down on the list. So here we go. We got half of a heart. We're almost there. So now we got to get the next 2 rows on. Okay, I'll make sure you get the email, Carrie. So January the 28th will be the UFO Zoom for those that want to join. One more row, and then we can piece them together as one big block. I'm going to finger press one more time so that they're ready when I need to stitch them together. It'll be 3 p.m. Central Time. So we have a full heart, and we just need to add one more piece of white. I'm going to go ahead and press this down so it's all ready to go on and do the next step. So this is basically like rubbing. Most of you know that Tiffany showed us how to do this. I like doing it when I just want to get things done quickly. Sometimes I don't always do it because I just want to enjoy the process. You can press your seams open or to the side if you want. I just like to press my seam open on this. go. Hi, Janine. So, have a good night. If you do push your seams open, you want to make sure that you're lining it up. So that's why we always have those pins sitting around for. So, as I pin the intersections so that I know which way they go. And to make sure that they match it. But if you do, hey AJ, if you do press them to one side, you should be able to like make them buddy by making sure they're closed. So if most of you don't know, AJ, she makes beautiful kids' clothes, t-shirts, and she's pretty awesome at her stuff. If you would like, you could check out her YouTube channel. It is in the same name that is she's showing up in, but she makes an awesome stuff. Thank you, Linda. I couldn't even think of the word tonight. So I got one piece down. You're welcome. Always got to support our friends. So on this, I would have to press to one side since they're webbing pieced, which is fine. And if you can trust yourself to not have to pin, because literally sometimes I just look and make sure they're correctly close. And I'm able to get them right on. Let's just say I've had a long day. With a bunch of stuff. If you are confident enough that you don't need to pin, you're more than welcome to just do it as is. I just pinned to show you guys 2 ways of doing it, so you know. So I got 2 more. if you have questions, please be more than welcome to ask them. I will answer them as best as I can. So I like to make sure I'm getting them matched up. And we got a heart. I'll press it so you guys can see it. I have a heart. And so I'm going to make sure it is the correct sizes. And I will tell you the sizes right now. After I trim it up a bit. So it should be ten this way, 10 1/4 by 12 1/2. So 10 1/4 this way, 12 1/2 this way. Thank you, Patty. And then we're going to go ahead and put our session this way and this way, even though I didn't do the top one yet. And just a heads up, don't cut backwards like I did. I like to always find the middle of this strip and the middle of that. So the middle is here. So we're going to take this strip. Thank you, Shirley. And Kim, thank you for subscribing to her. She is a pretty cool gal that I like to watch her on even the TikTok and here as well. So she's always making stuff. So I'm just pinning for my, let's just say, insecurity of making sure it stays in its place. So it's all in there pinned. You'll need 2.5 inch strip sashing. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. And then, I know, I'm going to press this away from the block itself. Or you can press open to your seams, which I'm actually going to go ahead and do that, is press open because there's so much white here. I don't want it to show up a lot. But you want to make sure you don't stretch your blocks, especially when you're, some of your blocks are on the bias. There you go. I'm going to trim the edges of these sashing. So, and now we can go, let's see. That, and then I'm going to put, so these blocks that I have up here, that have a little bit of red in them, are going to be my cornerstones. I can't get my words today. So I'm going to take one. I'm actually going to make sure it is accurate. Okay. Because I do not want to have to put it on there and it's not accurate. So I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to press. And then, so when I get to like this with the sashing in a cornerstone, I always make sure to mark, keep the edge piece of the cornerstone matching to the other one. Because you don't want to go too far off. If it gets a little off, it can be shown. But if you're using a lot of the same color, you're more than welcome to use whatever you like. On the top and bottom row, you could use just regular piece of strips, and even here on like these 3 pieces here on the edge, you could do the same. Yeah, I was originally going to do a wall hanging because I don't have any wall hangings to put up behind the long arm. So that way if you guys were to see my videos, you could see I'm actually putting something up there. But I do hope to make another one because they're really fast and easy to whip into a quilt and a wall hanging. I do actually plan on wanting to make some for like placemats. So and I am excited for you, AJ. Normally I don't trim until after I press it open, but if I can make it straight, I can do it. So. As I'm pressing the seams open, because it's with all this white fabric, I don't want to have a whole bunch of white showing through. So here's one session. And I want to say thank you to my subscribers that are subscribing to my friend AJ. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Thank you. And I know she appreciates it for sure. So I need to put one more sashin and a cornerstone before I can attach it to that block. But I give you a look at it so you guys can see it, if I can point it to the right area. Thank you. And I'm getting ready to add another cornerstone to the strip. Yeah. Ouch. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to match this to this area, because I want to make sure it is down in correct places. so that when I go to sew it, it does not wiggle on me. I do want to do some announcements here in a minute. I will be doing a lot more Scrappy projects on my Thursday lives to make it fun, so you guys can have fun projects. But I do want to inform you guys, if you are interested in doing something, I am doing this pattern, and it's by Hobbs Designs. It's a T-Rex pattern foundation paper piecing. If you're interested in that, I will be doing that as soon as I get the fabric, and I'll let you know. Also the same for the wolf. I gotta do it 2 more times for my 2 nieces who love wolves. Awesome, Diane. I hope you enjoy my corner step. I hope I explain it right for you. If not, you're more than welcome to ask me anytime. I chose to do the cornerstone because I don't want the white kind of wash out the hearts. No, I have not, Linda. So, I have the tail and the feet done. Always don't forget to do your back stitches to lock in the fabric. Because if you do not do your back stitches, I can go without doing a back stitch because it does a locking stitch at the beginning. Most machines don't do that, but always make sure you back stitch so you keep the fabric from coming apart. So we're going to come up here, and we'll put that over there. We're going to add in from this side this piece. So here we go. I'm trying to pin like I would do normally with if I was just adding the sash into the block itself. I will pin even though I'm attaching it to another block, because it makes it feel secure, if that makes sense. I also make sure my where I stitched at is also matched. So here we go, and always make sure you double check and make sure you have your hearts facing upright. That is why I didn't put the sashing up on top before adding it to it, is so that I make sure I'm not off or have my hearts upside down. And then I'm gonna have another row. There we go. Hi, Sherry. I sew on a Bernina 770. In case you want to know, I also sew on a Quilting Long Arm Bernina Q24. I love it because I can tell when the machine needs oil and it comes back to being quiet. Not so quiet that you don't know it's running. But I just want something that is not going to be too noisy. So I added the blocks. I know that I need a cornerstone and a stanchion on this side, which I could go ahead and do because I think it's wide enough, but it needs long enough. But yes, very welcome. Thank you for liking my videos. So I hope you enjoy the content and all. I'm also trying to I'm whipping up an easy project for Valentine's Day. So that way we can have fun. I'm going to add this. And we can get new ones. So my question is, when we do the UFO Zoom, what type of project would you be working on? Sorry if you guys can't see my face. I'm going to pin that. Because if I don't pin it, I'm not going to make it right into the accurate spot. I hope you'll be able to get that done. I knew what you meant, Katie. I figured it was a mistypo, and I knew what you meant. I hope you're. Are you doing that by hand or by machine? Here's my question: how many does binding by machine, and how many does binding by hand? Awesome. I do both. If it's for my family in competitions like the state fair, I will do both. But okay, I hope I didn't disappear on you guys. Hand binding's mostly by when I'm gifting it to a family or I am doing the state fair competitions. If it's just because I don't know who to give it to, I will bind it by machine. Okay, thank you, Linda. Because I got a flash right across my computer screen. That's why I was asking. Hi, Julie. Yeah, that's what I do as well. I know when we do our UFO Zoom, I'm actually going to work on getting some quilts that I've already cut up to be a usable top to make and then quilt them. Yeah, it went across my computer screen. You saw it too? Okay. I was freaking out. I do apologize. I don't know what is happening other than we've been having really crazy wind. In the last several days. Here's the top row. So, I know that I'll have to do the top, but I'm going to probably do that the last. Thank you. Let's pick another color. I think I'm going to do red so that it kind of mixes it up. Thank you guys. It was just a day I had a drawer full of 2.5 inch squares that I will, yes, I will be long arm quilting it. If it's a throw, if it's smaller than that, if it was like a wall hanging, I would probably do it through my sewing machine because I can do both either way. But with the amount of ideas in my head, I would rather do it on a long arm. So it would probably be quilted like hearts with circles in it. And two at the end. It is actually right behind me. If you see this, if I can point right at it, if you see this metal bar that has a computer that's going that way, that is my long arm. I'm in a 10 by 20 shed that the electricity pulls off of our house. So it wouldn't be bad for the machine as long as you keep the room temperature regulated. If your basement is finished, it would be a different story. You'd be fine. I do know it can, if it gets too cold in the winter, it could get it messed up. But other than that, I usually, like, I have a heater on the other end of the building. All of my, like, AC that's in the window and the heater stays away from this heat iron because they like to, that iron will basically ruin it. So that's why I have them on the opposite room. I do have an extra heater in case, like, when we get below below zero, that is when I need to make sure I turn that one on at all times. I'm going to do all these half square triangles and then we can start doing that. I'm more than welcome to answer any questions while I get these done. You're welcome. I'm more than welcome to help with any question. They just suggest that they stay at a really good temperature. They, like, in the winter, I have to have the heater on 24/7. If you have other questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I get a lot of questions when I'm on TikTok because a lot of them will come back and ask me to do a video of what kind of long arm I have and all that stuff. And I know most of you may not be on TikTok, and that's understandable. I'm more than welcome to bring those questions of shorts over to YouTube when I get a chance. I am based in Kansas, about 45 minutes outside of Wichita, Kansas. So I got these all chain piece. Now I can cut them and press them. Be fair warned, my husband just let the dogs out. If you hear them, I do apologize. So, hey Heather, how are you? If you look in the small camera, we're working on making the hearts. I tried to put the info in the description box, but Streamlab didn't save it very well. So I have to, when we get off tonight, I will put it in there for you guys. All of this stuff, how you do this. So, I'm hoping you get in the rest. Hey Shirley. Okay. Yes, Linda. They need to be 2.5-inch squares. That's why I sew a little bit away from the corner so that I have more than enough to make sure I have the 2.5-inch squares. I don't keep anything smaller than 2.5-inch. Most of you probably know that, but I also do the fun activities like I did with the mug rug and stuff. I'm going to press these and then trim them. So there we go. And then I want to come over here and trim them because I have this laid out so that we know where the layout is. even if you did, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 half square triangles like I did and chain piece them, you'd be able to get them done faster. So that way you could make sure you have all your, or you could do like a 2.5 by however the length is of this, and just make sure you do the corners into the rectangle size. Because you're going to be doing it like a flying geese instead of what I am doing. If you do have more questions, please more than welcome to ask. I know I do repeat that. I do apologize for that. I just want to make sure I get everybody's questions and not miss anybody. If I did, I do apologize. Two more, and then we can sew it all together. I understand. It's a bit crazy. I have to be careful with spending. Like right now, I go every other week to my mother-in-law's. And I know most of you know that we've lost my father-in-law on Christmas Eve. The most amazing, wonderful man that I've ever known. So I try to spend as much time with her so that she has a little bit of someone with her during the week. I go every other Friday to spend some time and sew with her. Thank you, Kim. Surely it doesn't matter. Even if you don't have all 100% cotton, it is always fun to play with different material. These are different materials. I'm just playing with them because I want to get rid of them. Thank you, kitty. I just try to have fun with it. I know that I'm not always going to get rid of a bunch of scraps at once. But if I get creative and have fun, like I want to figure out how to make a shamrock with my 2.5-inch squares. Good night, Dorlin. Have fun. Thank you, Diane. But it's all about trying to make sure the other family members are okay. And that is one of my big things. And that's why I haven't been doing lives, is because all that came crashing down on Christmas Eve. And it just hurt us all, but we are okay. Thank you, Kim. We're just trying to unite together as a family. I ran out of a bobbin. But always make sure when, yeah, I lost bobbin chicken. Oh, thank you, Shirley. So when I go up and hang out with my mother-in-law, we actually go to a quilt store that is like 20 minutes from her and hang out with her sister, which is my husband's aunt. And we do a lot of fun stuff. Mostly trying to... So right now we are actually doing a Riley Blake challenge, quilt block challenge, that they're doing on YouTube. That is free. And so we're doing that together, except for like this Friday I'm not going. Alright, good night, Heather. Yeah, she sews, she crochets, she cross stitch. We both do the same stuff. And then we're doing the Wiley Blake Designs Challenge, and I am doing that with them like this. So we're just started a week late. So like last Friday, I did the block for that Friday. Then I'm printing off the new block for this next Friday that we're doing. And I'm holding on to it until I go back up there. So we're doing like every other week. except for 1 week in April, I will not be home at all. Because I will be doing Girls Week with my mother-in-law, my sister, my aunt-in-law, and then cousins. We all get together twice a year so that we can spend some time together. So and just a reminder on this block, you can make it however big you want and however you want to press it. The reason I'm telling you that now is so that you guys can decide how you want to do it. Because I don't want you guys to come and say, oh, I said you press open. I don't want you guys to feel that way. Thank you, Kim. It's always about just spending time making new friends online, but be careful with all that. But I know I enjoy making new friends, but I always make sure to make priority time with my family. Because life is too short, is always what I tell my own family. So. Yep. It's always important to go family first. I do apologize when you can't see my face. Yes, Kitty, I'm sorry I didn't see your question. Yes, my mother-in-law and my aunt-in-law are quilters. Um, and one cousin of ours is a quilter as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandra. Okay, Patty. I will look at it after I get off. I'm sorry, Kim. I hope you'll be able to find some new ones. I do know that there's going to be times I'm going to be coming up there soon because I got to deliver a special present. We're almost done with this heart. I will probably be getting off soon so that I can spend some time with my husband before he goes to bed. but I do know the fact that I am going to be getting on tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. I know some of you may not make it, but there's always replay. I am going to be doing long arming tomorrow. And yes, you will be seeing a phone on the camera while I'm long arming, is so that I can see the chat when I can't come over here to the computer for it. So we're going to finish this block and then we'll go from there. We are so close to finishing this one. I know you did. Let's get this last row of white. Aww. It was part of one of the things I wanted to do, Shirley. I didn't want it to be, oh, I gotta teach you. I wanted it to be where we get to see each other. We get to talk. We get to sew. We get to do that. Okay, Sandra, that will be tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. You're fine, AJ. I am still trying to get this one block that I've been working on. So I would have done the UFO Zoom this weekend, but I've been invited to something with Brenda with Mount Scrapmore. So she invited me to come and sew with some people this weekend. So here's my ribbon piece of our heart. Just because I don't pen it, I just know that look for and I'm glad that most of you are enjoying that as much because it allows us all to talk. She is having, Brenda with Mount Scrapmore is having a UFO Zoom, not a UFO Zoom, excuse me, a Zoom this Saturday. Sorry, guys. So a reminder, do not forget to hop over and say, hey, Courtney at Pieces Love and Quilting sent you. Or you tell her that you'll be willing to jump in. She does have her Zoom in the link in her description box for this weekend. So it's my first time to go zooming with Brenda at Mount Scrapmore, which I'm excited for. Uh-oh. Silly me did something. And I will show you. So this little square wasn't supposed to be in there. I sewed it in. So that calls for Jack. If I can find Jack. He keeps running off. Oh, there's Jack. I believe it's not on YouTube. It is just private Zoom. There we go. Now we got that fixed. I watched her video today of curves. I'll tell you, I've been scared to try curves. I still am, but I'm going to try her pattern that is FPP. So and I know most of her videos are about using up her scraps. If I'm correct. Maybe Patty can correct me. Yeah, it was just today that she posted it. And she has a file for it. If you have not done FPP, I suggest to start with a small pattern. I do have two on my videos of, one is a FPP number 1 and FPP number 2. I will tell you I will be jumping back into teaching those if you are up for it. So I'm Modi Lasagna. Oh, you didn't miss much. I just came on live today, and Tuesday I uploaded a video, so. If you see in the small camera view, I created a Scrappy heart. So Modi Lasagna's name is Sean. Just for you guys' info, so if you... Oh, I missed the row. So if you needed to know. I am trying to finish this pattern. Modi Lasagna up there. And yeah, please ignore these pairs of jeans. I totally spaced that they were back there. Up there is my heart, Scrappy heart pattern. I was just sitting around playing with squares. And I knew the next holiday was Valentine's Day. And I wanted to make sure I got originally was going to make a wall hanging for behind my long arm. I could make one. Because it wouldn't take me long. Hi, Brenda. It's all based out of 2.5-inch squares. So here we go. I was just trying to play with it because of the holidays coming up. So there you go. I'm going to trim it real quick. Thank you, Brenda. So, excuse me, my throat was kind of getting itchy. I will try to put the sashing and cornerstones on for you guys. Thank you. I have 3 more up on the screen, in the small screen. I know you can't see it in the big one, but it's up here. So, I'm so sorry, Diane. I'll be praying for you. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I want to try it, and I think that's what's gonna happen. Cause I'm gonna try it and then fall in love with it. For the last 6 years of being a quilter, I have been afraid of curves. Even though how many times people have told me how easy it is, I still get afraid of it. You're welcome, Diane. You have to give me a second. I'm pressing, and I don't want to burn my hand again, which I've already done once. I know, it still freaks me out to this day. After this one, I am going to hop off. But at least we got somewhere. I've already had 2 hearts done. This is my 4th one. So always make sure you match your seams. So that way you know where your seams are to be exact. If you have to pin more than, let's say, instant 5, that is okay. You just have to feel comfortable that you know that you pinned enough. And also, it's about how comfortable you are. Always remember when you pin, you make sure you take your pins out before you sew over them, for safety reasons. You're welcome. Yeah, I want you guys to know that I'm always here. I know that I haven't been in the last month. It's just I've had to take care of family. But I'm always here. You're more than welcome to check in, and we'll always keep in touch with each other. I want it, I will tell you this right now and forever. This needs to be your safe space. And I want that for you guys. As my rulers fall. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Like I said, I'll finish this piece. Yeah, I would have pinned a little wider, but I was trying to be cautious because I didn't want to see the fabric to move on me. I know. That's why I'm trying to make sure I didn't do what I did earlier. You're welcome, guys. This needs to be, and that's one of the things. I don't want it to, you guys feel like you're uncomfortable to come, you know? So here's one more piece, and I'll show you guys in a minute. Oh. So here's the last heart with a different fabric material. As you see, I have a bunch of different pink and red materials that I can still use. Trying to think. Tomorrow's long arm day. Next week will be Thursday Night Live. And if I have this quote done, we might even long arm it. If not, we'll just work on it. The other thing is, next Friday I will not be doing a live. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I will see you guys next time. I thank everyone for your comments and feeling comfortable and safe to be here. I will tell you this: be kind, be creative, be unique, and be you. And don't let anyone take that from you. So, I understand, Sean. That is one of the reasons why I would like my channel to be more of a... I want you guys to come and have fun and not feel that you can't have fun with it. So, good night, all. Just have a wonderful weekend. Do not forget, if you guys do want to join the UFO Zoom, that is the 28th of this month, I would greatly appreciate it if you have not already sent me your email for me to send you the Zoom link. Please be more than welcome to send it, and I will send you the Zoom link the day of. So, have a wonderful evening, guys. Good night, Susan. Good night, Patty.